We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Putella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about what kind of investor or what kind of person are you? And maybe what's,
What kind of person are you? That's true.
what's most conducive for being a land investor?
Got it. Like, do you believe in karma?
Yes.
Because there's part of that I do believe. I get more deals because of that.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk about it.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And if you're a member, please make sure you get yourself involved into Discord. It's become a huge tool. Mm-hmm. I also hope you know by now that Jill and I personally teach a class called Career Path for people who want land investing to be their career. Mm-hmm. Or, whether you're brand new or you're doing 25 deals a month. We get all kinds. Our next class, I think, is in
Career Path 5 is coming in, the third quarter of this year. And I am literally working on the emails and things like that. So this month, they will go out. So, but if you want to find out more, just go to landacademy.com/career path and you will find it there. Megan wrote, okay, there's a seller with 6.8 acres in Oklahoma. He's willing to sell, but he doesn't have mineral rights on the property. Brock. There we go. So it has four oil wells on the property. Any feedback regarding what to do with the situation is appreciated. Is it always a no-go for land with oil wells, or is there something I'm unaware of? Thanks. So member Chip piped in here, and it's obviously a good one because Jack included it today. So I'm going to read this, and then I'm positive Jack's going to have some stuff to say because Jack often has stuff to say. Chip wrote,
for better or for worse.
Too often Jack has stuff to say. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, Chip wrote, I have several deals currently with oil wells on the property. Now, depending on the state, there's usually a surface rights waiver, that allows use of the land and the minerals do not convey with the purchase. That's kind of normal. The pads can be sizable, so I want to determine how much usable land is actually available. Also, I have one in contract to close now in which the oil company is requiring to do a topographical survey prior to them releasing the surface rights. This is the first time that I encountered this, and it seems kind of like a BS fee that they're charging. It's a 3-week process, and it's $50,000 to survey around the 4 oil wells on this 217-acre tract. My buyer is still moving forward. How interesting is that? So that's a good example. Like, all right, 4 oil wells on over 200 acres. I'm pretty sure there's some usable land there.
Well, the whole point is Megan's a relatively new, or at least new. She reeled the property in with oil. It's an oil situation. It's got oil wells. Chip's been doing this. He goes on to say way beyond what we posted here in Discord. That this is his mission in life, and he did this before he joined Land Academy, and he's now utilizing Land Academy as a way to get more properties, which he's obviously doing. And so $50,000 is chump change for him, I'm sure, because
on a 200,000 acre.
Well, he's got all kinds of properties like this that he's leasing to oil companies. So my point is, if you don't know about it, I don't know much about this, I would go into Discord and ask these questions too. So this is how Land Academy works.
Isn't that interesting? You're right. People don't realize that there's people who are current and or former city planners in Land Academy, current or former, oil people and what's it called? Forestry people that, that cut the trees. I'm trying to think what the timber people, all kinds of resources, because they find us. They are brainy like we are, and they see the value in it too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like timber's a good example. I can think of a person in particular right now too that's like, oh my goodness, before I knew you guys, I was wondering how I could make money on this too. These other people are coming to me. I tell them the value of the timber. I help them, in selling the timber. He's like, and I realized I could be making this money for myself. So I was really happy to find Land Academy. So now I can seek that out because I know what I'm doing here. It's awesome.
Today's topic, what kind of person or investor are you? This is the meat of the show. This came up because Jill and I are in Southern California on half vacation. Today's Thursday. We're recording all the shows. We're going to have the Thursday webinar, the weekly webinar for our members later. And so Thursday is kind of our work day, but honestly, we've been horsing around pretty well.
Oh, I'm yes. So very well.
So we have an VRBO. Jill rented us a house for 30 days. And this is not the first time this has happened. We get to the house, we unpack all of our stuff. Jill immediately goes on Amazon, gets all new floor
I got some
mats,
new rugs.
new rugs. Like, she has no intention of bringing these with her. She's just improving the place. And I immediately, this isn't the first time I've done it, go into the garage in this case, sweep it all out, clean it up.
Yep.
And we don't ever talk about it. And it led to this topic. Look, and I'm not patting ourselves on the back and saying we're great. That's just not the case at all. For whatever reason, we're going to leave this place better than when we found it. Mm-hmm. This is not here. This VRBO, this piece of real estate that we're living in for 30 days, we're going to make it better. And it's not here for, to make me feel better about myself.
It's just who we are.
And that's how I feel about real estate deals. We have never talked about this.
No, you're funny. That was the whole thing. You're changing batteries on the door and all that good stuff. I'll get more batteries. I saw they're out of this kind. It's just who we are. And that translates into our community and the people we attract, which is awesome. So that for me is one of the huge things. When we first started to create the Land Academy community, and I watch everybody helping everybody else for the sake of just helping, I'm like, what's going on? And then I realized, oh, it's who we are. We're helping, and then you're helping, and then that person's going to help somebody else. We're all getting better together. And then, can I add another point?
Yeah.
The other point I wanted to make was, it leads, for me, it also bleeds into the people that I work with as far as sellers, as far as buyers, and as far as brokers and agents, everybody they work with. The like-minded people come out, and we do some great deals, and everybody's happy and having a good time and helping each other.
Very often I hear Jill obviously talking to sellers.
Yeah.
All the time she's talking to sellers, and many, many, many times, she gets off the phone with the seller, and then we talk, and she's like, look, I don't think we can buy this piece of property. This lady or this seller, somebody passed away, the property didn't convey correctly through the estate, or it was just somebody died with the property in their name and not in their heir's name. And so Jill goes about helping this person.
Yeah.
Get it into the right name, or hook her up with an attorney that can do that. Jill's got actually a list of attorneys that are really good attorneys around the country that she turns them on to. So right. It's just the right thing to do.
It's a few extra minutes out of my day to help somebody else, and then maybe they'll come back.
Yeah.
And often they do. Hey, I got this worked out. It took me 6 months, but I got it worked out. Do you still want to buy it? Well, that's awesome. I'm their first call. You better believe it.
So this is not the Jack and Jill altruism episode by any stretch. That's not what this is. I'm just saying, you have to just kind of decide.
What kind of person are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you. And if you're the kind of person that sticks it to somebody and takes from them and steals for them and maybe downloads data and doesn't pay for it, that's a little pet peeve of mine right now.
Yeah, that might have been why this episode came up.
I'm going to trust it's going to come back to you. Someone is probably going to do it to you. So I'll leave it at that. I could go on that one.
The way that downloading data in the Land Academy group goes is there's a system of, there's an honor system.
Yeah.
You drive down the road, and there's, especially out here in the Southwest, there's people have tables out because they have citrus trees. So they have a little money box and a big, package of oranges or whatever. And it's like, please put $5 in here
and grab a bag.
So that's how our data system works. And there's always a couple people, there's going to be somebody who's going to grab all that money. on the side of the road.
Right.
Unfortunately, once in a while. So that's too bad. But, we have the version of that on our system for data. That's why we can keep our data prices so low. Mm-hmm. There's always one person.
There's always one.
There's always somebody who decides to download 600,000 records or some number. It's not that much, but...
What's interesting too?
Number.
It comes out. I'm just thinking more about Discord. So much of what we do and interact with each other as a community happens in Discord, which is it's real casual. It's chatting or on our Thursday call, and if you're not a good person, you better believe it's going to come out because all the other good people in our community will spot you. And you burn one person, no one's going to want to do a deal with you. So you know what? And that's the thing too. Don't be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. You don't have to be like, Jill, I'm not over the top, lovey, cuddly, nice, whatever. That's fine. I'm not saying that. Just, I want everybody to do the right thing. And if you do the right thing, stuff comes back.
I grew up in the Midwest in a suburb of Detroit, very, very close to Detroit, like yards away.
And there you probably learned to really do the right thing because you saw it every day.
It was quite the opposite.
I'm joking.
What I learned there, the culture there is if you want to do well in life, you've got to screw somebody over.
That's sad.
I know. And I know Jill grew up in the exact opposite environment,
God,
which is the
sad.
correct way. Jill's way is the correct way. And it never sat well with me. I always knew I don't have to trick somebody out of their money.
Yeah.
We can actually buy property, solve somebody's property by buying a piece of real estate and reselling it, getting it back onto the tax rolls or whatever ends up happening through our channels. So,
and they're happy. It's funny. That hasn't come up in a long time. People used to say, isn't everybody like mad at you? I'm like, why would they be mad at me? I'm solving the problem. They're getting cash on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. They need the money. And especially with the articles and the things that I keep reading coming up, more people are going to need the money.
Yep.
So there's going to be better, greater, awesome deals coming our way. I'm ready. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called People Who Can't Say Yes. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. You can tell we're on sort of vacation.
I know,
we don't have any there's no real land technical episodes this week. I think there is tomorrow. I know there is tomorrow.
Remember where this
or 2 days from now.
Topic came from.
It came from me, and here's the honest truth, and I'll explain it to you in great detail tomorrow. It came from me because I'm on sort of vacation watching an episode of Dr. Phil, which I never do.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. I say yes, clearly.
I know. Well, Jill can't say no.
I say yes a lot. That's true. I'm the people that can't say no. That's the opposite. That's a whole, oh my gosh. Dr. Phil could do a whole month on me. That's awesome. Hey, thank you for tuning in. By the way, in case you didn't know, it's still new and it's still fresh, and we're so excited to have relaunched the Land Academy program this year, new for 2022, and it's Land Academy 3.0, Catching Up with Land Academy, because we do things differently from the last many years, especially since the 90s. And we want to keep you current and you up to date. And that's who we are and that's what we do. So if you check it out, if you have any questions or not a member, go to support@landacademy.com and drop us a note and we'll get you some more information. We're Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.